Okay. Happy New Year's Eve, you guys. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I am your host, Kimberly Cloud. How are y'all doing? I got y'all all alone now. So I'm happy that all of y'all are watching my show. Like, seriously, it is an honor for you guys to watch me and sit up there and create like magic within the films and realms of the streaming that I do. That's what I like about what I do. You know, Give me just a second to read from the script. Thank you, everyone. Like I said before, we've heard that. I appreciate you guys being so vigilant. Now, I must tell you in a nutshell about my goals without having too much or giving too much away. Um, I have so many inventions stuck in my head, and they only come out in special moments like this. Seven, it's about to be 2 o'clock, but 7 and 9, December 31st, 2025. I swear it's crazy. I'm early. Let me show y'all some real shit. Hold on. The coordinates, I don't know if my biggest fan is Stephen Hawkins. So I have the coordinates, which is the 28th of June 2009 at 12 p.m. Universal Time. And these are the coordinates to Stephen Hawking before I read it. These are the coordinates. Let me turn it around, mirror the image of the thing so you can read it. This is real. This is what I'm doing. I cuss on everything, but I'll read it to you. Find information. I'm going to his party. No one showed up to Stephen Hawking's party in the middle of June. That's my son's birthday, the 28th of June, 2004. And so, happy New Year's to you guys. But I want a wormhole time machine. I want to be beyond a effing wormhole because you have to go through the wormhole to, or some type of, I'm pretty sure a wormhole, there's small wormholes and there's big wormholes. There's invisible wormholes. So, and I can prove that there's wormholes within that's if you zoom in of air, you'll get some type of thing, because you can prove it. Fold a wormhole using advanced machine learning, exotic matter, we must have exotic matter. In near the Big Bang, that's why I don't understand. That's why they don't want to come out yet with saying that they have time machines. Because whatever is in America or whatever is underground or whatever is in the world, let's just stick with the world, that's universal. Exotic matter could be on this planet right now, but they call it rare earth minerals right now. But just imagine the stuff we haven't tapped into that can be energy or enough energy just to travel time that they're selling. I mean, it's all on in Hollywood. They talk about selling uranium, Back to the Future, how he sold it off the market from immigrants and all that stuff be going on the market. Stuff is on the market, but we don't see that because it's on the dark web. I'm not going around searching saying that is something I'm about to write it down that I can ask Grok, what substances can cause time travel. Hold on. And you know what's even crazier about these coordinates, y'all? I can add them up, and I bet you it begins with 5, it ends with 5. Like, I'm not even going to get started on how technical and lethal my gematria is. Oh, and look at this. Y'all about to flip out. Future Kimberly Cloud. I hope you can join my party, which technically I kind of did join the party. I kind of did join the party. Every day I'm on here, I'm joining a party. When I set the playbook for whatever I'm about to talk about, I join my own party. So it's possible, but what about me actually watching from behind myself talk and me come in and kind of like navigate my life based on cues and pings and tings? Oh man, I forgot what I had to say. Not about now, but what about Grok? Oh, join my party. Um, what materials are out there for time travel? Exotic materials are out there for time travel. We're gonna ask Grok that. So I'm going to sit up there and we're gonna talk to Grok. And you're gonna see how powerful this machine is. And beyond that, they probably got a secret base on Mars for all we know. I mean, we've been to Mars technically before, you know. Don't take my followers away because I say that. Don't get mad because I say that. They bringing rocks here. You know, they're bringing rocks here. Asteroids dropping down and stuff. What's in those asteroids? They show Superman, somebody just boom. They open up the big asteroid. It's some type of morphed human form with superpowers. Or how about do 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 do? How people getting off planes, that's military, or ships and spaceships. Other people come, MFs coming on the plane. They don't know what's going on with the music, like they're communicating through their music, you know. It's crazy. So, yeah, don't get mad at me because that's how I feel. So let's read from the script now. Now I want to play right. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you guys being so vigilant. Now I must tell you in a nutshell my goals without having to give too much away. I want to create a more positive, relaxed atmosphere. I want to have three places I am promoting before and after the show. I won't tell you those places that I'm promoting. You know, I'm probably slipped and let it slip a little bit. But, you know, I'm trying my best to promote myself, you know, because this is a paid service. I will interview more people and make sure I keep my receipts and everything else for next year when I file. That's one of many things that everybody's filing taxes. So technically I can say that, right? That's not too much information, not unless I'm writing social security numbers down and my new social and my old social and my future social. What is my future social? No, I don't want to get too deep in that. That social security. One man, I have to say this. One man was like, you know, they said I died at 68, but I'm 72 and they cut off all my money. I said, does the government knows when you're going to die? Did you supersede? Are y'all testing people to see who supersedes? And you can predict death. How would you be able to do that? This is federal. How does federal not know when you are going to expire? So I think we're exceeding expectations. I don't know how they can predict it. Probably not because they can see the future. Probably some of them can, but because they can predict, you know, when your father died, when your mother died, when your grandfather died, when your grandmother died. That's how they do it, possibly. Because since the recording of Social Security, giving out money, recording people, they go down your family tree. So don't think it's some futuristic, oh, I can see when you die. Literally, some people possibly can, but it's that. So, yeah, clean slate, filing taxes. Old taxes, pay it off. Get out of debt because I'm still in debt, you know, do the right things. And that's it. You know, even Trump has taxes that he had to pay. He almost went bankrupt. I think he went bankrupt a couple of times and then he didn't want to do it again, or he was on the verge of it. And some of his friends actually helped him, you know, some high end stakeholders, probably aliens, helped him out of it. Once you get a taste of being around aliens, it's like you see how they think. And I don't necessarily have to be there. And that's what these secret organizations are. Like they come from that planet or they come from that planet. Or maybe to speak the black people language, they that away. Trump has been working diligently with the people, by the people. He is working on cutting taxes for Social Security. Not even cutting taxes, stopping taxes. My apologies. Correcto. El correcto. El grande correcto. You know, like seriously, he's working on cutting taxes for, well, I said it again. Oops. You know, he's working on, stop, taxes altogether where you don't have to file for taxes with Social Security no more. Trump And his administration has helped me in many ways that I could never thank him for. I've been stressed. I hold it in. I don't have time no more. I know it's there. I feel pierced. It's been pierced. You've crossed me. You've made me mad. But I don't have time to go and productively do anything or try to do something like verbally or whatever. I'll just go through the court systems and let the courts decide. It looked bad for me the way I speak about judges. But you have to take my position in all of this. I'm just a girl that been cheated so many times. And I'm just trying to maintain being optimistic. Don't let me down, you guys. Don't give me a reason to say something. Even yesterday, I had another interview. You see what I'm saying? I don't even think about it. I put the banner up twice, the virtual studio up twice. And I didn't even think twice. I just canceled the appointment. Because I was like, you know what? I could talk about it, but I had better things on my mind to talk about other than small fry people. Now, I did it for free, and I still, because it's no commitment. This is a TEDx talker. Do you think she was late for her TEDx talk? That's all I need to say in a nutshell. And that is why I charge now. Thanks for being yourself, Trump. You curse like me. You probably curse way more. I mean, you've been on this planet. You probably have words you done said that I can never understand. You made mistakes, yet you care about this world, this universe. And I have reason to believe this universe cares about you too, including small fry like myself. Keep shining and growing and elevate beyond just the mere world in God's land, which is this world, a universe, real estate, and beyond. If I think like that, I know you think like that. I hope, like, think about what these big tech, you think these big tech people don't think like me? They hate me, but think like me. They got virtual realities outside of the universe where you can tap into somewhere else and like you're there. Mark Zuckerberg, some of his staff that got fired with the virtual reality, Operation Virtual Reality, said he kept them there for long, vigorous hours. Some people don't remember, some people don't believe. I'm not saying Mark is a bad person for that. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling you about virtual reality in the universe and how his new plans, one day we will be just like those people, if not in a different stance. You've seen it in Hollywood. We wouldn't even, we can stop our spirits when you be able to tap in, when Facebook is able to monitor you, and then you be able to tap into with using glasses, which is closest to your iris. It's meant to be like this because it's like you're able to tap your spirit into another world. What the hell? Your spirit is going. You're not being manipulated. This is not manipulation or an illusion. You're tapping into another world. That's what they're doing. They're creating that for you. So if they think like that, and I think like that, what do you think? And Trump is investing in big tech and calls the White House 2.0. 2.0 is a code, B for B. I don't know what B means, but it can mean anything. BC. It could mean BC because O means three. O 03 equals C. I'm sorry for saying F 2.0. Sorry about that. Now I get it. Thanks for being yourself. Oh, I said that already. Keep shining and growing and elevated. If I think that, you know what, I just got a vision. I'm jumping beyond what uh, Mark Zuckerberg is doing, like using his virtual reality glasses. You can step into another world where people are all avatars. Imagine not only doing that, but being invited to places and you be able using just your glasses to be at the White House. Beam me up, Scotty, sci-fi stuff. But it's funny because we never think about those things because it's like that's just sci-fi, and our brain gets the majority of y'all brains gets lazy in hopes that somebody 100 years will invent it when it has already been invented. It some people said that one day. I remember reading something in the paper, and when you hear about stuff in the paper about the White House, you're like, okay, is it true? Is that why? You have to ask yourself who, what, when, where, why, or whatever. But let's stick with how. How did the White House know about Biden? I'll leave it at that. I won't go no further in it, but Biden did some things, and he's done like what I'm thinking. Sci-fi wise, they said that Biden was a hologram. They said that in the paper one day that he was a hologram. And I said, no, I don't believe that. So then you have the who, what, when, where, why. Why would they put that type of material out there for the public? What keywords were they trying to trigger in the, like a Manchurian candidate in the public's head? Hologram, hologram. And so Biden, you know, he's done a lot of things, and hologram was one of it. Some people say Obama was time traveling or traveling to Mars. You think NASA isn't going to play around with its own solar system before Elon Musk even if he's very smart and very wise and intelligent, but NASA was what we knew first in the paper, and then came Elon Musk. You think they're not playing around with the solar system? As much information as they tell us, y'all have never thought, how do you know who, what, when, where, how? How do you know? Oh, we see this, but it has a Goldilocks effect. And if they align, then that means that that could be the sun and that could be the planet behind it. How do they know the colors? But they can't zoom in. So that's all I'm saying. People think outside the box. The universe, real estate, and beyond. If I think like that, then I know you do too. I hope that I can invent another invention for the people wanting to break out being shy. There are a lot of people out here that I look at them and they say, I don't want to, you know, do anything. You don't know how powerful it is to sit up there and be on camera, you know. And one day I will be speaking upon a lot of people, a lot of people. But how I get out of it and how 50 to 100 years someone else get out of it is going to be different unless I set the ball and get the ball rolling for the future of technology. The next 10 years, there may be a new magical drug beyond just volume to make you tired or Xanax to make you tired. What can you really do on those drugs? Performance level is just sick. You can't function. All it do is make you weak. So you're going to sit up there and take a volume to sit up there and speak in front of people and fall asleep practically. No, 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 no. We don't need that. We need a drug, a new drug, nanobot, mental health, that sits up there and creates work on parts of the brain. We're not talking about a drug that just masks the symptoms. We're talking about a drug that enhances your brain with nanobots. Nanobots can live off of your plasma and your electrical current. It's like oil to them. So, yeah, I'm not going to read that again. But yeah, being shy and nervous when talking around a large amount of people. The drugs that show no nervousness. That's that they no nervousness. Think about that for a second. Do we need nervousness? We need to be scared. We need to be cautious. We need to be happy, angry, sad. But we don't need nervous. So why is it nervousness is a form of fear that a lot of people, even the best of the best people, pretend like they don't have. But we all have it. That fear of rejection. How we pretend like we don't acknowledge it is another thing. Some people you can pretend, but it's like, I'm like a dog. I don't want to reject you. I'm like a dog. I can smell it on people, even the people that are higher up. I don't know why. I can see it. I'm sorry. I got that gift. But that is something we don't need. If they don't need it, I don't need it. You don't need it. We don't need it. So, yeah, a drug that shows no nervousness, such, oh, not as, I didn't, no, 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 no. I know what I was trying to say. A new prescription drug that helps with this main core thing. Yeah, nanobot, marijuana. Yeah, marijuana outlook. New advancements. We need a new wave of advancements. And look at what Elon Musk has done. We're in Web 3 because of him. Because we could be in Web freaking 10, but our advancements are at Web 3. We were at Web 1 and we jumped drastically because people like Elon Musk don't want us falling behind on technology. All the technology we have, aliens have. It's like a magic universal wand. And there's good and there's bad out there. And we're at the race for this universe for good. That's why aliens keep coming here. I just put one and one together, which equals 10. Two, 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 which organically is two. So, yeah, um, yeah, that's all I need to say right now. But happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Happy Family Saeed. Hi. Um, Elon Musk has done a lot of stuff. Yes. No one's asking me questions, so I have to keep going. Sometimes we run out of stuff to say, and people say keywords to get themselves back on gear. Everybody does it. They like, think of a little caterpillar and you'll think of butterfly. But back to Elon Musk, he's been done a lot of things, you know, and we're at this race for like everybody that owns technology. Just think of the technology we haven't even tapped into yet, but we know of. They know of all of it. They still classify us as a category 0 planet because we can't harness our own energy. Bullshit. There's 4 categories. I know they've reached those categories. I love how they leave the earth and the world to ponder. No, the world. They damn sure don't leave the universe because aliens that come around here, this neck of the woods, their planet is hurting and they're advanced enough to make it here, but something goes wrong all the time. Or those rocks that crackheads love so much. Asteroids. Let me just stop. I'm sorry, y'all. Asteroids that come here. Sits up there. I'm not hating on crackheads. I did there's some smart crackheads. But they come here, boom, crash, and it's like, um, it you don't know what's in that rock. And then the rocks that do pass, the asteroids that do pass, eventually, what's so cool about this is raining asteroids. You know, think about that. It's passing, going to a solidity place. It's fate. It's fate. Traveling so long of a distance. Whoever is the rock people that are not hurting our planet, at any moment, a big ass asteroid can hit our planet, but it never does. It never seemed to do it. We are in a universe. I don't know where we are, but I feel that we are in a universe where if we are so far in deep space and it's a ring around us that if anything did try to harm our planet, they would step in. And other planetary planets would step in and destroy whatever before reaching our atmosphere where NASA would physically see those rocks. A perimeter around our area. How cool is that, right? That that is some Star Trek type stuff. Take care, y'all. Be safe. I'll be back on here later. Bye.